I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
This is America's border czar, and she's failed us. Under Harris, over 10 million illegally here. 250,000 Americans dead from fentanyl. Brutal migrant crimes. And ISIS now here.
Do you have any plans to visit the border? You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
Kamala Harris, failed, weak, dangerously liberal.
Okay, so this is an ad that the Trump campaign is putting out. They're putting a bunch of money into it and all that. And what they have is one or two pieces of sound on tape that look good for them that they then couch in lies and racism and misogyny. So let's be very clear about that. So they want to show her responding to the question from Lester Holt about not going to the border. She didn't handle that well. She was criticized at the time for not handling that question well. And then they take that, they make a bunch of lies about her being the border czar, which she wasn't, and we'll talk about that. But the thing that immediately jumps out to me, and they clearly wanted to jump out because they both began and ended the attack ad with it is, did you know that this woman, this black woman danced? She danced, and there was a camera there when she danced. And so we're just gonna play her dancing. And I have a feeling that that will probably make all of you deeply uncomfortable because I know who I'm trying to appeal to with this ad. That's what it said to me. By the way, she was dancing at the 50th anniversary of hip hop. I think you're supposed to. And also, I'm old enough to remember when Joe Biden didn't dance enough and they played that tape for weeks. So which is it? Are we supposed to dance? Are we supposed to not dance? It feels like you're damned if you dance and damned if you do.
A storm is tearing up the digital media industry. Only our audience can save us in these difficult times. Help us reach our goal of 100,000 new members at tyt.com/team.
Well, you know, they
Maz?
should, by the way, they have her dancing. They showed a couple of other black guys dancing with her. So she's going to probably have a whole posse at the White House, and the black people are coming to get you. And these people are dangerous, and all of the racist stuff that you're talking about. Kamala should do an ad that shows her dancing and then shows him dancing and goes, do you want this person who can dance and actually has rhythm? Or do you want this guy who looks like he's doing some kind of perverse hand gesture to people around him? It's racist. It's blatantly racist. The idea that they show the guy ISIS in the back with his thing, that guy with the ISIS outfit holding the machine gun, I guarantee you was not in Texas. That was a video of him somewhere else. And by the way, every time these Republicans talk about ISIS and terrorist attacks, the biggest threat to Americans are Americans. The biggest threat to Americans are Americans that can get guns. The guy who went and shot at him got a gun in America and was not stable. So for them to sit there and say, oh, terrorists are coming, they're here and they were born here and they attacked the Capitol on January 6th. So if you really want to play the terrorist card, the threat card, let's talk about what the real threat is to democracy and to America, and it's your own people.
Yeah, no, you are 100% right. But let's say that everyone's not even going to be as clever as you're being right there, and they just take at face value what they want you to focus on. Okay, then I think the Harris campaign should remix that ad. Play all that stuff. Oh my God, people are coming across the border. Oh my God, there's murder, there's terrorists. And then Donald Trump told the Republicans, hey, I desperately need chaos at the border to win the election. So let's not do anything. Let's actually kill that conservative border bill because I want murderers coming across the border. I want terrorists coming across the border. I might say that Harris, who wasn't the border czar, failed to stop them. I'm trying to let them across the border. I think that's far more damning.
Yeah, they should be playing. They should be playing that clip of what was it, Senator Langford, who was the Republican who actually negotiated the deal and said, "Yeah, Trump told us not to pass it." They should be playing 100%. That over and over and over again.
Over and over. And just a reminder, because I know many people were thinking about it, if we could jump ahead to graphic 4. Remember when they tried to make AOC dancing? Like you don't have to respect her because she possessed youthful joy. And she had more fun in that video than every Republican has had collectively for a couple of decades. That was one of the biggest missteps I think I've ever seen. They're just the bad guy from Footloose. That's all they are at this point.